We are finally here. The players are on the field. Our hearts are now healed. It's a wonderful sight because it is finally time for Football Friday night. Welcome to the first Football Friday night of the 2024 football season. I'm Gaylord-Day. A simple slant route slices the corner up. He cuts back to the outside, even shakes off the face mask and runs it in. Barbecue chicken alert. It was way too easy for Bowling Green tonight. Katie Smiley had herself an all-time performance. She had 24 first-half points, and by the end of the third quarter with this three-pointer, Smiley breaks the Bowling Green record for the most three-pointers made in a single game, making 10 threes tonight. The bench goes crazy. Congratulations to Katie for putting your name into the record books as Bowling Green goes on to take this win 76-3.
It's been 16 years since the Franklin Simpson Lady Wildcats made their way to the KHSAA State Tournament, and the Lady Wildcats had a daunting task ahead of them, taking on one of the top teams in the state in the first round.
Over at Barron County High School, it was a special day for senior archer Dylan Black, not only because it's his birthday, but also because he got to achieve his goal of signing to further his career to the next level. Now, this kid is absolutely amazing. Dylan, he was born with a condition called bilateral phocomelia, which causes malformation of the arms and or legs. But he has never let that stop him from doing the sport that he loves and becoming an inspiration. He talks about his journey to becoming one of the best archers in the state of Kentucky.
We were there for that first 5 years, man. You won, you got the emotion out he was pouring out, so that was fun to watch you there in your first fight there. Jade, I'm gonna come to you next, man. 14 years old, stepping into the ring. You know, just kind of talk about what made you decide to join BGKY and what made you decide, like, you know, I wanted to do this.
The WKU Lady Toppers are playing in Memorial Coliseum for the first time since 2007 and the first time under head coach Greg Collins. Now, a big, huge key factor coming into this game was the size difference that UK has, and that was also the big factor in the Lady Toppers losing its third game of the season.
You were one of my favorite players. I'll fully admit it, and it's fully because that we are both short and both go out of our way to do the best that we can. So, you know, for you, just knowing that people try to use your size against you, you know, what's kind of your outlook when you're out there on the court and how you see everything out there?
Everybody is the same size to me, so I don't care how tall you are or how short you are, I'm going to go at you.
The name E.A. Diddle is immortalized and will stand the test of time at Western Kentucky University. And to have your name in the same conversation as him means you're not only just a great coach, but a great person as well. And you can add WKU volleyball head coach Travis Hudson to that same conversation because it was announced this past weekend that Coach Hudson will finally be getting a statue in his honor. And for our #1 moment of the year, what else could it be? It has been over a decade since the WKU men's basketball team had made the NCAA tournament, and after years of being so close to going back, the Tops won the Conference USA Championship to advance to the big dance under first-year head coach Steve Lutz. The Hilltoppers ended up losing in the first round to Marquette, but the Tops put up a great fight and even led at halftime. So we'll see if they can get back to March Madness this season. Okay, now today is the day a lot of people have been waiting 10 years for, the official release of College Football 25, aka NCAA 25. Now, I've been playing since Monday, so I wanted to show you all what this game looks and feels like. So, of course, in true WKU fashion, my opponent of choice was 100 miles of hate rival Middle Tennessee. And the details in this game are what stick out to me the most. Howser Smith Stadium looks almost exactly like it does in real life, barring just a few small differences. Plus, you can see all the WKU buildings and architect, including the bell tower in the background. Now, if you look at gameplay-wise, if you play on All-American or Heisman, the two hardest levels, it will take some time to get used to. But like I said, I've been playing for 4 days now, so I'm all right at that a little bit. And I had to carve up the Blue Raiders out here. Most, if not all, members of the WKU roster are in this game. The run game was killer for me in this one. I had over 200 rushing yards with Elijah Young. Don't know the last time WKU did that. October 19th of 2018, that is the last time that the WKU volleyball squad has lost a Conference USA regular season match. WKU kicked off the final weekend of CUSA regular season play, looking to win its 6th straight Conference USA regular season title. Now, it's a big weekend on the Hill, and would you look at that, Travis Hudson is back on the sidelines for the Tops after having his surgery a couple of weeks ago. First set was the Tops' best of the night, hitting over 400 in the set, and Kennedy Coyle Hill puts a stamp on it to take a 1-0 lead. In the second set, it was more of the same, but this time it was Kaylee Cox from the back row with the kill as the seniors were showing out for senior weekend. And then in the third and final set, the Hilltoppers front line was a blockade all night. The Flames had trouble getting the offense going, and they send this attempt right out of bounds over the line, and it's game, set, match. WKU has now won its 10th Conference USA regular season title after earning its 91st straight CUSA victory, beating Liberty 3-0. Bowling Green cheer squad, who is getting ready to travel to Florida this week for the 2025 UCA National Cheer Competition. And I got to talk to the reigning 4-time state champions as they attempt to make history and claim a national title.
Let's be the best
The Bowling Green cheer team is gearing up to head to Orlando and participate in the UCA National Cheer Competition, looking to win its first Super Division II championship. The Purples are looking to update the record books after coming off winning its 4th straight Super Varsity Kentucky State Championship.
The emotions were really high that day. Everyone was really just excited because it's really hard to win 4 years in a row. Cheer is very subjective, so you have to be like what the judges like. So for us to win each year means that we had to have something really special.
The road to nationals is not an easy one, but the hopeful payoff makes it all worth it in the end.
It's a lot of hard work and tired nights, but it's worth it in the end when you get to go and put your best foot forward.
The Purples know their nerves will be going crazy when it's time to hit the mat, but they know once it's time to perform, all of that goes out the window.
Even now, it's crazy to think about we're gonna be there on the big stage with all the cameras and lights, but backstage it's like nothing you've ever felt. And then whenever you take the floor, it's like everything just goes silent, and it's honestly the best feeling ever.
It's very nerve-wracking, but you just have to calm yourself down because it's worth it in the end. Regardless of what happens, going to nationals is such a big blessing.
And after getting second in last year's national competition, it would mean everything for these Purples to claim that title and finish their story.
But even just hitting on the nationals floor my senior year, that would be the best feeling in the entire world. But getting that first place and getting that white jacket would be the best thing.
It would mean a lot. It means a lot for us just to hit at nationals, but if we hit and win, then that would be I don't know, our fairy tale ending.
Keyshawn Johnson is the latest receiver to step into the WKU offense and excel on the bright stage.
You know me, I'm just laid back, cool, man. I love football, man. I love the game of football.
Johnson transferred into WKU from Alabama State, where he led the Hornets in receiving for 2 years, and now he's doing it again in a Hilltopper uniform.
Just checking the background record of Tyson Hilton, he's a great coach, man. He produced a lot of great athletes, from Tywan Taylor, Jared Stearns, the Malachi Corley just recently. So just seeing him and having all of the productive receivers come through it, that's what really attracted me. That right there within this stuff really attracted me, really wanted me to come to Bowling Green.
Johnson currently leads the team in receptions, receiving yards per game, and of course touchdowns. And he says him being a big-time playmaker is what has helped him get this far.
Just being a big playmaker. My coach, he always tell me that he was like, man, you a playmaker. That's what you do. In my mind, it's every time I'm out there, I gotta make a play. I feel like that's my role on the team, being a big play threat, being the momentum guy, the momentum shifter, So I feel like that part of my game, just me being a big play threat, whenever, however, I feel like that enables me to, play at a high level or whatnot.
And head coach Tyson Hilton says Johnson is one of the hardest workers on the team, and that effort will help the Tops make a huge run.
What I like about Keyshawn is he's probably one of the hardest working guys on the team. He is out there running thousands of yards after, every practice the guy is running thousands and thousands of yards. So the want-to piece is there, the devotion piece is there. He's done a solid job up to this part. He needs to take it to a whole nother level now if we want to go make a run.
We already know we're going to face adversity, we're going to face challenges down the road, but just keep on, giving good effort and just, staying as one, keeping our bond, staying as brothers, keeping that bond or whatnot and staying focused on our one goal, that's just win the championship.